Amos here with the announcement. It is February 4th, 2024. We have a new relationship series starting today and every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. I want to encourage you all to join us. Next 4 weeks, we're going to be talking about a relation shift. A relation shift. You know what a paradigm shift is. We want to talk about paradigm shift and focusing on relationships from a different perspective and unlearning some stuff and relearning some stuff and putting everything on the table that we know about relationships up for review. What's working, what's not working, what has worked, what didn't work, and be honest with ourselves. I often tell everyone in the Christian world, in the coaching world, in the recovery world, that the quality of your relationships will determine the quality of your life. True story. And we're going to talk about what is divine order. We're talking about divine order, boundaries, what is love, how do you demonstrate love, and if you have not love, can you give love? Can you give something to someone else that you don't have? How does that work? What are the dynamics about that? Is that real or not real? What is agape love versus conditional love and unconditional love? It's going to be a powerful 4 weeks. We are in the second month of a 90-day challenge. I encourage you, you can start your 90-day challenge today and go from February, March, and April. 12 Sundays in a row for 90 days. Don't miss a Sunday. Take a journal. Document all that God is doing. Gratitude list, gratitude list, gratitude list. Praise report, praise report, praise report. Answer the prayer, answer the prayer, answer the prayer. God is doing this. God did that. I heard someone share with me yesterday. I didn't have permission to say his name, but he was working and he had this big saw, this big thing, and he had to cut through this building construction thing, and the saw that wasn't working and the blade, and he had to get another one, and that didn't work. And when they come to find out is that if that saw would have worked, if that machine would have turned on, he would have cut through, the building would have collapsed on top of him. Incredible. I was like, whoa, that is deep. A lot of times we don't even know in our frustration with the plane is late, I'm missing the train, or whatever it might be, that God may be saving us from something that we're not even aware of. It's not even, we just caught up in the moment. We, frustrated, impatient, and God has been so good to us. I just came over Recovery House Worship in Staten Island, 10 a.m. I'm preaching for them in the mornings. Shout out to Pastor James Acevedo and Sister Eliana. Incredible job in Staten Island for over a decade. Powerful, serving the Lord faithfully for maybe 15 years, maybe more, impacting lives, investing in people's lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. And I look forward to seeing all that God's going to do in this next chapter. So shout out to Pastor James Acevedo, Sister Eliana. I love you very much. And you and your family in my prayers. But I just started preaching today for them in Staten Island every Sunday, 10 a.m. I'm in Staten Island on Zoom. And we have Friday, February 9th, a Love Fest in person. There's a song called It's a Love Thing. I think it's the Whispers. It's not my generation, but it's a love thing. And we're doing a Love Fest in Staten Island. Gifts, prizes, food, fun, fellowship. I'm going to be talking about love and relationships and intimacy, sex and love and lies. And who knows what's going to be, it's going to be great. Anyway, I was preaching, talking to them about love and how much God loves us. And how we wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the love of God, for the grace of God, that his love is demonstrated by his grace, his mercy, his forgiveness, how he provides for us, how he made a way for us, how he brought us out of our nightmare, how he broke us out of our depression, how some of us are still struggling with depression, but he gets us through every day. He's getting us through. We're not just surviving, we're thriving. And it was just a powerful time. Our house, Staten Island, 10 a.m. on Zoom. It's a different Zoom ID number. I don't know it. You can shout out Gladys or Thomas or Ramon or Jesse. You can, one of the people in Staten Island, they can help you with that. But every Sunday at 10 a.m., we're talking about relationships. As you guys know, every Sunday, 5 p.m., we're starting a new relationship series. I encourage you to join us, 5 p.m. Eastern today. Set an alarm, 4:30, 4:45, and 4:55. Set an alarm. Be intentional. 4:30, you got half an hour. Like right now, I got my coffee ready. I'm chilling out. I'm looking at things. I'm processing. I'm praying, loving on my dog. I'm blessed. 4:30, the alarm goes off. Get your coffee and tea. 4:45, 4:55, you set up shop in front of the computer, in front of your phone, wherever you at, pull over, spend an hour or 90 minutes with us. After I preach, we're going to go to a sermon discussion. It should be good. It's relationships, right? We're going to go to sermon discussion. People can ask questions or share what they got out the sermon, what God spoke to them about, what God downloaded to them into their spirit. It's powerful. Every Sunday, 5 p.m. Listen, join us beginning, especially as a relationship series. Everybody, not just romantic, intimate relationship. We're going to talk about divine order. I don't know if you know what divine order is. For those who are in 12-step recovery, is demonstrated in the 5th step. God, self, others. We're going to talk about that. What does that mean? We're going to unwrap that. God, self, others. If you mess up God's divine order, you mess up your relationships, right? You can get with this or you can get with that. God has a way of doing things. God is a God of order. It's God's will versus self-will. God's will, self-will. Self-will, God's will. You guys know the deal. And if I do things my way, they don't work. My way doesn't work. God's way leads to blessing, leads to prosperity, leads to abundant life, leads to happy, joyous, and free, leads to, God's way. And I'm being in recovery. I need to surrender my will and my life over to the care of God. I have to surrender my will, not do my will. Don't do what I want to do. Say no to me and yes to God. And if I do things God's way, guess what I get? God's blessings. So I encourage you, join us Sundays, 5 p.m., 4:30, 4:45, 4:55. Put an alarm on your phone. Real simple. Put an alarm, pull over, set up shop, get ready. Join us on Zoom. I encourage you. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be life-changing. If you apply, knowledge is not power. I'm going to share some really practical stuff, some very powerful things. I'm going to share them in a way that people who we're called to speak and minister to are going to understand, right? I got illustrations, quotes, scriptures. I got experience. It's going to be powerful these next 4 weeks on relationships. But it don't mean nothing if you don't apply it. And we cannot do it in our own strength and our own power. If you're in recovery, we need the power of God, 11-step power. I need power to do his will. I can't do his will in my own strength. If I could have changed me, I would have changed me a long time ago. I need God to change me. I love you. 5 p.m. Eastern. Invite a friend. Relationship, new 2024 relationship series. I'm calling it Relation Shift. This is a relationship series. We're going to change our perspective. We're going to allow God to remove the stuff that don't work, those beliefs, those lies, that untrue beliefs that we have, those unhealthy beliefs, that attitude, right? That cultural stuff, that inner city stuff, that we're going to address issues. Today, the title is It's Complicated. That's the theme. It's complicated. Don't miss it. You're going to be blessed. I don't care what you believe, what you don't believe. If you have great faith, if you have no faith, a little faith, some faith, if you're wondering about faith, show up Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. It's not going to be on, show up on Zoom. The Zoom ID is in the thing. Show up on Zoom. You don't got to be on screen. You don't got to participate, whatever but I encourage you, show up on Zoom, get a pen, pencil, or mascara, and take notes. All right? Take notes. Someone said that the shortest pencil is more powerful than the best memory. All right. Shortest pencil. You're going to write stuff down, take notes. I love you. God bless you. Sundays at 10 a.m. with Staten Island and 5 p.m. with AHA Online. Don't miss 5 p.m. AHA Online today. Invite a friend. The new series begins today. Relation Shift. We want to shift internally, shift in our perspective, shift. Love you guys. Recovery is about a lot of different shifts.